Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about some online presentation tools. We've got 6 different options here that will give you some alternatives to just using PowerPoint for your presentations all the time, and even one that kind of can still allow you to use PowerPoint but also integrate it with other tools to have a more effective overall presentation. So here we go. So the first tool I want to talk about is one called SlideDog. SlideDog is a really neat tool that allows you to integrate several different presentation tools into what they deem a seamless playlist. So if you have a PowerPoint presentation, but you also have a PDF you want to show, or maybe you want to show a website, maybe you have a Prezi you want to import, what SlideDog allows you to do is import all those different things you want to present, rearrange them in whatever order you want, and make yourself kind of a seamless playlist of all the different things you want to show. This could be a great tool if you're given a presentation and you have several different types of documents or tools that you want to use, but it's also great if you want to present with multiple presenters and you can have everybody's presentation downloaded into SlideDog and have everything set up and ready to go, so you're not switching computers, things like that. Some of the features SlideDog has is it does allow you to import PowerPoint. It does not allow you to export PowerPoint, as you'll use everything in the SlideDog tool. You can import other presentation tools such as Prezi. Does not allow you to export to other formats. Okay. In SlideDog, you can also create a document from scratch. You are required basically to host your presentation through the SlideDog application. It does not allow you to collaborate across multiple computers or across the internet, but it does have a mobile app. In SlideDog, you have opportunities to customize your text any way you want it. You can import images into SlideDog for use in your presentations. They do not do interactive images. You can record audio, and you can import video into your presentations, and it does allow for several different transitions that you can use within your presentation. It does allow you to show hyperlinks within your presentation and click on those and go to those links. It does not have a drawing tool, and SlideDog does have several templates you can use when you're creating your presentation from scratch. Alright, our next tool we're going to talk about today is Visme. Visme allows you to create slide type presentations much like a PowerPoint, but it also allows you to create other infographics, visual content for use on the internet. When you're using Visme, it does allow you to import PowerPoint. So if you want to start with a PowerPoint presentation and then customize it within the Visme app, you can do that. It does not allow you to export PowerPoint. It does not allow you to import other presentations like Prezi, and you do not export to other presentations. You're going to present from the Visme application. You can also, if you don't want to import a PowerPoint, you can certainly create your documents and presentations from scratch, and you can host the presentation online from the Visme app. One advantage of Visme is it does allow you to collaborate with others online by sharing a code, and Visme does have a mobile app that you can use for your presentations. When you're using Visme, you do have the opportunity to customize the text that you use. You can import your images, but it does not allow interactive images. For Visme, you can import or record audio and import videos as part of your presentation. They do allow different types of transitions from slide to slide, and it will have functional hyperlinks if you put those into the presentation. It does not have a draw tool, but it does have several different templates that you can use in creating your presentation. Alright, our next presentation tool is called Adobe Spark, and Adobe Spark is an iOS app. It can be used on iPads, Macs, etc., and allows you to create infographics, web pages, and video story type presentations. So for Adobe Spark, you cannot import or export PowerPoint or any other presentation tools. You do need to create from scratch when you are using Adobe Spark. You can host the presentation online from the Adobe Spark application, and it does not allow you to collaborate online. There is a mobile app for Adobe Spark that you can use, and in fact, one of the best ways to use Adobe Spark is through the app for the iPad. When you're using Adobe Spark, there are not a whole lot of options as far as customizing the text that you use. You can import images, and it does not support interactive images. When you're using Adobe Spark, you can record your own audio and import video into your presentations. It does not really have much as far as different types of transitions that you can deal with there. Adobe Spark does support hyperlinks, does not have a draw tool, but does have several templates that you can choose from when creating your video story presentations. Alright, our next application is one called Powtoon. So Powtoon allows you to create these cool little animations. They have a lot of different templates, a lot of different things visuals you can choose from, and then create these animations to kind of tell a presentation type of story. So when you're dealing with Powtoon, you cannot import or export any other presentation type tools. You'll be creating your own animation there, so you will be working from scratch. When you're using Powtoon, you do need to host the presentation through their app, and it does not allow you to collaborate online with other people, as far as I can tell. They do have the mobile app for you to use with Powtoon. When you're using Powtoon, they do have a lot of text customization that you can use, and you can import images as part of your animation. So it does not support interactive images. You absolutely will need to record your audio when you create that presentation, and you can import videos into the app to use as part of your animation. Powtoon does have some different options as far as transitions go, and can support hyperlinks. It does not have a draw function, and there are several different templates you can use when creating your animated videos. Alright, our next tool we're going to talk about is one called EduCreations. It's one I've used several times actually as a physics teacher. It's these types of presentation tools for someone who teaches physics and someone who shows problem solving. I've messed around with the flipped classroom, and EduCreations is one of the apps I've used, although there's one more that I like better. But basically what it allows you to do is create these Khan Academy style screencasts, and it's great for me if I want to show problem solving, show my students how I'd work through a problem where they can watch that video from home. Basically I can work the problem on the screen while I record my voice and kind of talk them through my thought processes, working the problem and showing them working in real time. It's really great for math teachers, physics teachers, chemistry teachers, things like that. So for EduCreations, you're creating your own little screencast where you're writing and talking, so you're not going to be importing or exporting to any other types of presentation tools. You will be creating those screencasts from scratch. For EduCreations, you actually pretty much have to host your videos on the EduCreation website. That's pretty much the only way to do it, and I have not found a way to allow online collaboration with other creators using the EduCreations app. Okay, they do have a mobile app, and in fact the way I typically use EduCreations is used through their iPad application. So when you're dealing with EduCreations, there's not really many options as far as the text goes. They have a standard font that you use. You can change the size, but I haven't seen a way to change that font in there. You can import images to use as part of your screencasting. I don't know a way to do an interactive image, but of course you can import an image and then you can draw over it as you explain that image. You will be recording audio as you work, and you can also import other videos into your presentation. So they don't really have much as far as transitions go for EduCreations. hyperlinks are not allowed on the free app. You can use them if you upgrade and pay a fee for their site. Absolutely, it has a draw tool. That's pretty much what you're doing, is drawing and writing as you record. And they don't really have any templates you use. You just pick a color background and you can pick a few colors for the pens you use, and that's about all they have there. Alright, and the last tool we're going to talk about today is one called Explain Everything. This is actually the tool I started using after I messed around with EduCreations. Explain Everything is very, very similar. You're creating those Khan Academy style screencasts, but there's a few features of Explain Everything that I like better than EduCreations, so it's the one that I typically use for the videos I create for my students, and that is actually the tool that I'm using to create this video as well. So you have all the features that you have in EduCreations, but you have a few extra ones in Explain Everything. You cannot import or export to PowerPoint. You cannot really import other presentations, but what I do like is you can export your videos to several different formats. You can save them to your iPad, but you can also upload them to YouTube. That's something that EduCreations does not really support, and so I really like that feature in Explain Everything. You will be creating those from scratch, and you can host the presentation through the Explain Everything site, but once again, like I said, you can also post those videos to YouTube much more easily through Explain Everything than you can through EduCreation. Another thing I like better about Explain Everything is you can generate a code to collaborate on your presentation and have multiple people working on the presentation. Something I haven't found a way to do with EduCreation, so that's one thing I really like about it and prefer over it. And yes, they do have a mobile app. Typically I use it with the iPad. Just a note, Explain Everything is not free, but it only costs $4.99, and for the extra features, to me it's well worth that very, very small cost. For Explain Everything, for your text, you do have some opportunities to change the font as well as the size of the font. That's one more thing I like better about it. Just like with EduCreations, you can import images, interactive images, not the ones where people can click on things and see different stuff about the image, but of course you can write all over an image that you import. As you create your presentations for Explain Everything, you will be recording your own audio, and if you would like, you can import videos into your presentations as well. For Explain Everything, there's no real transition tools to use. You just kind of go from slide to slide as you record. It does support hyperlinks. So once again, if you wanted hyperlinks in your EduCreations, you're going to end up having to pay more than you pay for the $4.99 for Explain Everything. So that's another thing I really enjoy with Explain Everything. And of course, yes, you'll be using draw tools because you're drawing as you go, as you write, as you record. And they do have some templates you can use beyond what they have in EduCreations. So for me, as a physics teacher, as someone who's doing a lot of flipped classroom, showing a lot of problem-solving skills, this is the main presentation tool that I like to use for that. It's been a very valuable app to me. And if you're interested in creating those kind of videos, I strongly recommend shell out the $4.99 and give Explain Everything a try. Thank you guys for your time today. I hope you found some of this information useful and that you found some presentation tools that you can use beyond just the typical PowerPoint. Have a good one.